not. The song that's playing for you is Pick It Up. So, you could actually be in a situation, if you're talking to somebody or you talking to yourself, you picking your shit up. You actually picked it up, whatever it was. Whether that was just your pace and how you did something, and it's like you might have started taking yourself more serious, or you just started investing or expressing yourself in a more serious manner. It's like you just took something seriously, or you're taking something serious now, and that is, it's like there's more motion occurring in that situation now. Whether that situation just involves you communicating a new habit, you want your world to receive you like this, and it's like people are now receiving you in a new type of understanding, in a new type of vision, because of the passion you're waving or expressing regarding that relationship you have with that idea. You want to be known as, in Gemini, you used to be into this sport. Everybody knew you for this sport. Now you done switch sports, and now it's like the passion and the fire you're burning for that, and it's like you're showing your world your passion for this. So now it's like your world, it might start even forgetting you even associated with that, because of how hard you're going with that. You feel me? Whatever we're talking about. And that's just because you decided to pick it up. You decided to start taking yourself seriously, or stop investing in stop investing in, see, we ain't gonna talk about those too. Stop investing in something that brought you burdens, and make the decision to heal yourself. Now you dancing under a new light. You're living in a new world because you changed what you were aware of. Whether that was the awarenesses and the ideas you had going on internal, or the shit you was investing in external. You shifted your crowd. You used to flock with the wrong type of birds. You feel me? Now you found your pack. Whatever that means for you. Or it just used to be your perception and how you communicated a certain type of energy when it came to the topic of, when it came to the subject of, when it came to the perspective of. You feel me? Whatever you're talking about. Yeah, look, it's like now you're in a position where you could be in something, and it's like now that you're finally in the position to take a step back and look at what you've been doing, or look at what you've gained, or look at what you've manifested, or what you've brought into your world because of this. Now you can determine if you want to keep doing something, if you want to stop doing something, and what you can modify. You feel me? It's like now you took a step back, and now you're looking at something, determining, all right, what can you do to take it to the next level? Or you might have been putting in the work, and you taking a little break, just looking at your work, looking at what you've been building, what you've been manifesting. Whether that is just you started a new routine, and routine might involve you participating in a new sport. We'll go back to that example. Now it's like, now you may be in a position, you are on a recovery day, and you reflect, you looking in the mirror, you like the way your body look. You feel it's like that. Suckers, the song is playing for you. Said someone could have thought you was a sucker till you stepped outside and looked at what you was doing, and that allowed you to make the conscious decision to walk away from that emotional investment and start investing in your mind and what you had going on, the ideas, the businesses, the relationships, whatever that was brought you emotion. And now you're defending that. Motherfucker, Gemini, where you been at? Motherfucker, you ain't got shit, you ain't been around here. You've been around, listen, if it ain't you, Gemini, somebody outside of you is real toxic about the space they share with you. And it's like the fact that if you weren't aware, it's like you letting someone know through your actions, through how you investing, through how you moving, that you see they bullshit. And you might be if you in a relationship, you dealing with somebody, it's like you could be in a new emotional place. You don't walked away from a feeling you once had about this relationship. You had hella feelings too. You dedicated yourself to that, whatever that was, only to put yourself in a position where that shit had to change. That ended up changing you. That is the reason you transformed. That is the reason you expanded. That is the reason you decided, you know what, I need to take a step back and look at what the fuck I'm doing, or how I'm expressing myself in your life. And that put you in a position to realize, if it's a solo battle, then you have toxic energies. You have toxic habits, routines, and patterns. And you're reflecting on that. You're reflecting If you've been an asshole, you reflecting on how big of an asshole you've been, and you've only been that big of an asshole because you got moved out of. It's like you got put in an environment where you weren't the asshole. You might have been dealing with an asshole external to you being the asshole. You feel me? So it's like you were put in a position to switch roles, and that made you reflect on yourself. You know what that means for you. If it's a solo battle, if it's you versus someone outside of you, let's say you're in a relationship, you realize, hey, your partner may be going, they obsession with you, and they're just manipulative behavior, and the ruling over the thoughts and ideas that you had. They can't stand the fact that you in this position to know shit now. Now you know shit. Yeah, look, 10 of Cups in reverse. You don't see this as home no more. This ain't nothing you want to participate. That's fucking up somebody's world, yo. Hey, they sending folks for a spiral because they built a world with you in a certain awareness, with you living under a certain type of sun. In order for that sun to keep shining, and in order for them to keep pulling energy off of that solar power, you feel me? Then you had to be in this awareness. You had to stay like this. Gemini, you didn't stay like that. So now someone don't know what to do with you now. So if it's you versus you, then you made a bad decision. And that's because you weren't listening to your intuition. And now you could be upset and you can't do shit but watch. Whatever that means for you, Gemini. You can't express yourself in your environment. You might be trying to express it's the king, right? Yeah, shit. You could be expressing yourself in your environment. I thought it was the queen. You could be letting motherfuckers know, or you just showing people, or you showing your environment, your position in a situation. It's like you showing your space on your face, or just through how you carry yourself. You showing where you at. Don't gotta do much to do that. You know what that means for you, Gem. And if it's a situation where you ain't happy about some shit that you done invested in, it's like you put a whole lot of support, whole lot of fire, whole lot of drive and desire behind an idea, only for that shit to go, only for you to be in a position to have to leave that alone later down in the road, only for that to end. Look, that shit ain't heal you. That shit ain't nurture you. You thought this business, you thought this career, you thought this friendship, you thought this relationship would take you to a blissful place. That shit took you straight to hell. Straight to hell. And you can't do shit but look at what you did. You can't do shit but reflect on what you did to bring yourself and put yourself in that position. Look, what you gave your world. You got the King of Wands and the King of Coins. What you gave your world, whether we talking about your actual world, what you participated in daily, what you thought about daily, or what you gave your world in the sense where you could have been dealing with a whole nother universe. You could have been dealing with a whole nother person. And you were expressing to that person, to that world, minds, ideas, habits, the energies you was giving, you should have hung those up. Should have kept them to yourself. If it's a solo battle and you caught up right now, you can't do shit but look at your actions. You reflect upon your own actions to put you in the position you in. To have until not only did you have to walk away from an emotional situation that you were heavily invested in, you were building, you had to walk away from what you were building, and you lost what you built. Whatever that means. So yeah, look, because judgment came. If it's you versus someone outside of you in the sense where you toe up, or you in a position where you got a new awareness, you the one in the new sun, and you made the decision, you don't got no more feelings for that. And now you ain't got no feelings. Rich nigga shit. Yeah, now you balling. Now you abundant in your thoughts. Now you only investing in the relationships, friendships, ideas, thoughts, habits, routines, and patterns that make you feel in a positive manner, because wherever you was at, there was nothing there. Nothing but pain. Whether it was pain in the form of tears or just emotional abuse. A whole lot of emotional abuse. Look, whole lot of lies. That shit was unbalanced as fuck. And now somebody, whoever you were dealing with, now that you found your strength, they fucked up. She took me for granted even though I tried to show her the better me. Now, whether you were the one who got taken for granted, or you took someone outside of you for granted. Yeah, you know what side of the fence you fall on, Gemini. But because of that, a judgment was called on a situation, space, relationship, or just a mindset or dynamic. Because you took advantage of a situation, or you took advantage of something, someone, or somewhere, you got put in a position to have to reflect on a situation because you might have been taken advantage of. You feel me? So it took you getting taken advantage of in a place or in a emotional relationship or investment that you thought was secure. It's like you lost something you thought was solid, and that made you reflect on energy you previously carried that was real toxic. If it's you, if it's someone outside of you, then that's someone outside of you. Because now it's like now you see somebody. I'm telling you, you had to lose some shit in order for you to gain some shit. You probably lost some shit external to you, friends, relationships, perspectives, or high habits, hobbies, and routines you used to dabble in order for you to gain the awareness about how what you were communicating. You feel me? It took you being outside of that friend group for you to see what the fuck the friend group get into. And now that you watching it from this perspective, that shit don't really look like some shit you would want to fuck with. You feel me? Now that shit look gross. Whatever they was doing, actually, you looking at that shit made you gag. Whatever we talking about, it could be like that. And it's like, but you still got some shit to clean up after that, though. You got the awareness. That awareness might be beating on your ass. Because it's like, yeah, you watching and you talking about it now that you on the outside. But we not going to act like you weren't there. You feel me? So now it's like you reflecting on what the fuck you had going on to allow yourself to participate in some shit like that. That's what you got going on right now. And now you shedding all the emotions. You letting go of all the ideas that allowed you or put you in the place to accept that type of mindset from yourself, to put yourself in that type of environment. You get it? It's like you pulling the problem for the root, and the root is yourself. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you, though.